Way number 1, accept what you can't control. One of the core teachings of Stoicism is understanding that many things in life are beyond our control, and how we respond to these events is what truly matters. Disrespect from others is one of those things. It can be easy to feel hurt, angry, or frustrated when someone disrespects you, but according to Stoic philosophy, we must recognize that the actions and opinions of others are outside of our control. Marcus Aurelius, a prominent Stoic philosopher, reminds us, "The opinion of others is irrelevant to the state of your soul." Instead of reacting emotionally to disrespect, a Stoic approach encourages us to focus on our own response. Ask yourself, how can I remain calm and centered in this situation? Rather than letting someone else's behavior dictate how you feel, remember that your peace of mind comes from within. If you can accept that you can't control the disrespectful behavior of others but have full control over how you react to it, you will maintain your inner tranquility regardless of the external situation. By embracing this mindset, you not only protect your mental well-being, but you also make a conscious decision to rise above negativity. This isn't about passively ignoring the issue, but rather about choosing not to let it disturb your sense of self-worth and peace. Way number 2, practice emotional detachment. One of the key tenets of Stoic philosophy is the ability to detach emotionally from external events, especially those that provoke strong reactions, like disrespect. Stoics believe that our emotions are often a result of how we perceive an event, not the event itself. When someone disrespects us, the natural instinct might be to feel hurt, angry, or offended. However, Stoicism teaches us to pause and detach ourselves from those immediate emotional responses. By practicing emotional detachment, we can choose not to let disrespect affect us deeply. This doesn't mean we suppress our feelings or ignore the situation. It means we create space between the action and our reaction. For example, when faced with disrespect, instead of reacting impulsively with anger or frustration, a Stoic would step back and remind themselves that the behavior of others is beyond their control, and it doesn't define their worth. Epictetus wisely said, "If someone does wrong, it is their fault, not yours." This emotional detachment allows us to respond in a more thoughtful and measured way. It empowers us to maintain our composure and avoid getting caught up in the negativity of the situation. By practicing detachment, we protect our peace of mind and remain grounded, knowing that our happiness doesn't depend on how others treat us, but on how we choose to respond. Way number 3, show compassion instead of confrontation. While it's natural to feel defensive or confrontational when disrespected, Stoicism teaches that responding with compassion can often be the most powerful and peaceful approach. Stoic philosophers believed that understanding others' flaws and circumstances can help us cultivate empathy rather than anger. When someone disrespects you, instead of seeing their actions as a personal attack, consider that their behavior might stem from their own struggles, insecurities, or lack of awareness. By responding with compassion, you rise above the situation and avoid contributing to the cycle of negativity. Rather than escalating the conflict with confrontation, Stoicism encourages us to consider that everyone has their own battles, and disrespect often comes from a place of their own unhappiness or misunderstanding. As Seneca famously said, "It is not the person who wrongs you, but your judgment of them that causes you harm." This mindset allows us to choose a more peaceful response. Instead of meeting disrespect with anger, try to approach the situation with a spirit of understanding, not because you condone their behavior, but because you realize that maintaining your composure is more important than winning an argument. Compassion helps break the cycle of hostility and keeps you in control of your own emotions, fostering a calm and rational approach to any conflict. Way number 4, focus on your integrity, not their actions. In moments of disrespect, it can be easy to become fixated on the behavior of others, but Stoicism teaches us to shift our focus inward, on our own integrity and actions. The Stoics believed that we cannot control the actions of others, but we can always control how we respond to them. By choosing to uphold our values and integrity, regardless of how others behave, we maintain our sense of self and dignity. When someone disrespects you, the most empowering response is to stay true to your character. Instead of lowering yourself to their level or reacting out of anger, focus on how you want to act in alignment with your values. As Epictetus wisely put it, "No man is free who is not master of himself." This means that, in the face of disrespect, you have the power to remain grounded and maintain your own standards, no matter how others choose to behave. Choosing integrity over reaction not only strengthens your own sense of self-respect, but it also ensures that your actions are based on your values, not the disrespectful behavior of others. By holding true to what you believe is right, you stay in control of your response and avoid letting someone else's behavior dictate your emotions or actions. In doing so, you safeguard your inner peace and reinforce your personal integrity. Way number 5, reframe the situation for growth. Stoicism encourages us to see challenges, including disrespect, as opportunities for personal growth. Instead of viewing a disrespectful encounter as something that diminishes us, we can reframe it as a chance to develop resilience, patience, and emotional strength. The Stoics believed that obstacles are not roadblocks, but pathways to improvement. Marcus Aurelius, in particular, emphasized this idea when he said, "The obstacle is the way." When faced with disrespect, ask yourself, what can I learn from this situation? Perhaps it's a chance to practice emotional detachment or to develop a deeper understanding of the other person's perspective. Maybe it's an opportunity to reinforce your values by responding calmly rather than reacting with anger. This mindset shift allows you to transform a potentially negative experience into one of growth and self-mastery. Reframing disrespect as a stepping stone for improvement doesn't mean excusing poor behavior. It means using it as a chance to strengthen your character and practice Stoic virtues like patience, understanding, and emotional control. By embracing this perspective, you not only handle disrespect more effectively, but you also become better equipped to face future challenges with grace and wisdom. Way number 6, remember that resentment hurts you. More. One of the most powerful lessons from Stoic philosophy is understanding that holding on to resentment harms your own well-being more than it harms the person who disrespects you. When we hold grudges or nurse feelings of anger and bitterness, we are allowing those negative emotions to consume our energy and peace of mind. Resentment keeps us emotionally tied to the situation and the person who wronged us, preventing us from moving forward. Marcus Aurelius once said, "Resentment is like drinking poison and then hoping it will kill your enemies." This highlights the futility of holding on to negative feelings. When we allow resentment to take root, we are only damaging ourselves, our mental state, our peace, and our ability to grow. A Stoic approach encourages us to release these feelings, recognizing that the act of holding a grudge is entirely within our control. By letting go of resentment, we free ourselves from the emotional burden it creates. This allows us to focus on more productive and positive aspects of our lives, without being weighed down by the negativity of others. The Stoic mindset teaches that by choosing not to hold on to resentment, we can maintain inner peace and continue to grow stronger in the face of adversity. Way number 7. Use disrespect as a mirror for self-reflection. Stoicism teaches that every external challenge, including disrespect, offers an opportunity for self-reflection and growth. Instead of seeing disrespect solely as something inflicted upon you, the Stoic mindset encourages you to use it as a mirror, an opportunity to reflect on your own actions, values, and emotional responses. When faced with disrespect, it's easy to feel victimized or wronged, but the Stoic approach asks, what can I learn about myself in this situation? When someone disrespects you, rather than automatically assuming they are the problem, take a moment to reflect. Is there a way your own actions or words may have contributed to the situation? Are you reacting emotionally in a way that could be better managed? This doesn't mean blaming yourself for the disrespect, but rather using the situation as a chance to evaluate your reactions and make improvements. As Epictetus said, the first step in dealing with others is to master yourself. By focusing on mastering your own responses and understanding your emotions, you gain greater control over how you handle similar situations in the future. Disrespect, when viewed through this lens, becomes a tool for self-improvement, a way to become more resilient, aware, and aligned with your values. Way 8. Set healthy boundaries. While Stoicism teaches us to manage our emotions and maintain inner peace in the face of external events, it also emphasizes the importance of setting healthy boundaries to protect our mental and emotional well-being. Disrespect is often a sign that boundaries have been crossed or ignored, and Stoicism encourages us to assertively and calmly set limits when necessary. By setting clear boundaries, we are not allowing disrespectful behavior to undermine our sense of self or our peace of mind. It is important to remember that setting boundaries is not an act of aggression, but a necessary step in maintaining self-respect and protecting our emotional energy. When someone disrespects us, we can calmly and firmly express that such behavior is unacceptable while still maintaining our composure and integrity. As Marcus Aurelius taught, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Setting boundaries is a way of exercising that power over your mind, asserting control over what you are willing to tolerate and what you are not. It ensures that we are not passive recipients of disrespect, but active participants in maintaining our own peace. By establishing these limits, we foster healthier, more respectful relationships and reinforce our commitment to self-respect. Way number 9. Practice self-compassion and inner calm. In the face of disrespect, one of the most effective Stoic strategies is to practice self-compassion and maintain inner calm. While it's easy to be hard on ourselves when we feel disrespected or wronged, Stoicism teaches that we should respond with kindness and patience toward ourselves, just as we would toward a friend facing the same challenges. By practicing self-compassion, we acknowledge that feeling hurt is a natural response, but we also remind ourselves that we are not defined by others' opinions or actions. Stoics understand that we cannot always control the behavior of others, but we can control how we treat ourselves. Instead of becoming angry or bitter, practicing self-compassion helps us avoid self-blame and judgment. It allows us to heal from the hurt and maintain our emotional equilibrium. By treating ourselves with understanding and kindness, we can restore our peace of mind more quickly and with greater ease. As Epictetus famously said, "It is not events that disturb people, it is their judgments concerning them." Our judgments of disrespectful actions can lead to negative emotions, but by responding with self-compassion, we reduce their impact. Cultivating inner calm through self-compassion ensures that we do not lose sight of our self-worth, no matter how others may treat us. This Stoic practice helps us remain centered and peaceful, no matter the circumstances around us. Weigh them or 10. Understand that people's actions are often about them, not you. One of the most powerful Stoic insights is understanding that other people's actions, especially disrespectful ones, are often more about them than about you. In many cases, disrespect stems from the other person's own struggles, insecurities, or emotional state. When someone disrespects you, it's easy to take it personally, to feel that their behavior reflects your worth or value. However, Stoicism teaches us to see that the actions of others are influenced by their own beliefs, experiences, and emotions, and rarely have anything to do with who you are as a person. By recognizing this, we can detach ourselves from the negative emotions that come from feeling disrespected. Instead of internalizing their actions, we can remind ourselves that how they behave reflects more about their character and state of mind than about ours. This perspective allows us to maintain our self-respect as we realize that disrespect says more about the other person's struggles than it does about our own value. As Marcus Aurelius wisely said, "You are not disturbed by things, but by your opinions about things." When we remember that others' actions are a reflection of their own inner world, we stop making their behavior a reflection of our own self-worth. This Stoic understanding frees us from taking offense and helps us maintain a sense of peace no matter how others behave. By focusing on what we can control, our responses and our own character, we rise above the disrespect and maintain our emotional stability. Weigh the front 11. Embrace the power of perspective. A key Stoic teaching is that our perception of a situation shapes our emotional response to it. When someone disrespects us, the natural instinct may be to feel hurt or offended, but Stoicism encourages us to reframe the situation by adopting a broader perspective. Instead of focusing solely on the hurtful words or actions, we can ask ourselves how we might see the situation differently, and how this new perspective can help us respond more wisely. For example, consider the idea that disrespect is not necessarily a personal attack, but an opportunity to practice virtues such as patience, humility, or forgiveness. By shifting our perspective, we can transform an experience that initially feels painful into one that helps us grow as individuals. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, "The universe is change, life is opinion." This highlights the idea that we are often disturbed not by events themselves, but by how we perceive them. By embracing the power of perspective, we give ourselves the ability to choose how we view and react to disrespect. Instead of allowing ourselves to be controlled by negative emotions, we empower ourselves to see the situation as an opportunity for personal growth and self-mastery. With this mindset, we are no longer victims of others' actions, but active participants in shaping how we experience and respond to the world around us. Weigh the mirror 12. Practice the art of letting go. In Stoic philosophy, a crucial practice is learning to let go of things that are beyond our control. When someone disrespects us, it's easy to become fixated on the incident, replaying it in our minds and allowing it to affect our mood. However, Stoicism teaches us that holding on to such moments only keeps us tethered to negativity, preventing us from moving forward. By practicing the art of letting go, we free ourselves from the emotional weight of the situation. Letting go does not mean ignoring the disrespect or pretending it didn't happen, but rather accepting that we cannot change the past or control the actions of others. Instead of clinging to the hurt, we release our attachment to it and choose to focus on the present moment and what we can control, our reactions, and our future actions. This Stoic principle is rooted in the understanding that our peace of mind is not dependent on the actions of others, but on our ability to detach from them. As Epictetus said, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Practicing the art of letting go allows us to regain our focus and mental clarity, ensuring that we don't allow disrespectful behavior to define our day or our life. By letting go of the negative emotions associated with disrespect, we make space for more positive experiences and maintain our emotional stability. Letting go is a powerful way to reclaim our peace and continue on our path to personal growth. Way. 13. Focus on your personal growth, not external validation. One of the central teachings of Stoicism is that true contentment comes from within, not from external sources like the approval or respect of others. When someone disrespects us, it can be tempting to seek validation from others or to focus on how we are perceived by the world. However, Stoicism encourages us to shift our focus away from external validation and toward personal growth. The Stoics believed that the only true measure of our worth is our character and our actions, not how others treat us. Instead of allowing disrespect to undermine your self-esteem, focus on using the situation as an opportunity to strengthen your virtues, such as patience, wisdom, and self-control. By investing in your own personal growth, you create a foundation of self-respect that isn't dependent on external approval or the treatment of others. As Marcus Aurelius said, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." Focusing on personal growth means taking responsibility for your own development and not allowing the opinions or actions of others to define who you are. By continuously working on becoming a better version of yourself, you cultivate a deep sense of inner strength and peace that can't be shaken by disrespectful behavior. This Stoic practice encourages you to value your own journey and to remember that your true worth is not determined by how others treat you, but by how you choose to live and grow. Way 14. Accept that disrespect is part of life. Stoicism teaches us that life is full of challenges, and disrespect is no exception. Instead of seeing disrespect as an unexpected or unjust event, the Stoics encourage us to accept it as a natural part of life. People will sometimes treat us poorly, not because we deserve it, but because they are dealing with their own struggles or because of their own flaws. Recognizing that disrespect is inevitable frees us from the unrealistic expectation that others should always treat us well. By accepting disrespect as part of the human experience, we can approach it with a mindset that allows us to remain calm and composed. The Stoic philosophers believed that our true power lies not in avoiding difficulties, but in how we respond to them. Epictetus said, "Men are disturbed not by things, but by the views which they take of them." When we view disrespect as just another part of life's challenges, it loses its power to negatively affect us. Rather than being shocked or upset when faced with disrespect, we can take it as an opportunity to practice patience and self-control, which are key Stoic virtues. Accepting disrespect helps us build resilience, allowing us to remain unshaken in the face of adversity. It reminds us that our peace of mind is not contingent on how others treat us, but on how we choose to respond to what life presents. Through this acceptance, we empower ourselves to stay centered and focused on what truly matters, our own growth and well-being.